has landed right in the teeth of goals from Bowman. So the ball is coming now back to Newen. He is on the tightest of angles. He would not be able to see light between the two posts. He runs around though, kicks it off his boot. That's a great kick, and that is a goal. That is a goal to East Geelong.
This tap stuff too, because if you've got your good on ballers, you're going to get it out no matter who gets the tap. And there's some good on ballers in there today.
No doubt about that. As this time it is Bolton for East Geelong. Gets the tap down at ground level. It's Forbes. Ooh, he pulled out of that pretty well. That's a magnificent tackle there.
Hold the ball.
And, I don't know what opportunity he had to get rid of it, but a poor effort there from Thomson. Greg got the free kick, handball to disadvantage, and in fact now he's given a free kick away for a poor tackle. So a little bit of poor football there for the Thomson side in the middle of the ground. Now they've got loose players as the ruckman's gone forward in Bolton. Now gets the handball clear, and this is good football, East Geelong. They've got their game flowing with Costa taking the mark. Man on the mark is right on the 50-metre arc, half-forward flank. So this will be a very good kick from Costa to score.
Oh, it's within his range.
So Andrew's given the indication that he certainly can kick the distance. He's just about got it there, hasn't quite. Forced through for a rush behind to East Geelong. So that's their first netball courts.
It's all go over there, isn't it? So they've burst from a centre, spreading to all parts of the ground, Thomson. They've gone out wide towards the club rooms. East Geelong players, though, dominate. Bolton gets the tip back to their advantage. O'Toole under the ball. He overruns it. Can't be picked up there by Bowles. Bowles can't get the ball. Or Bowles? Can't get the ball, comes off hands, bursts through the pack. Oh, that's a great pick-up by the Thomson player. Who was that there, guys? I think that was James Menzies. He's picked that ball up. It's come to Gardner. Slick handball off. Back up to Luke Forbes. Luke Forbes kicks forward, finds Brett McLeod. He tries to go around one, turns around on a pinhead. Gets the kick smothered, though. Off hands comes to Mawson, who smothers the ball. Comes back off hands, though, to Thomson. Comes to advantage. Off hands, Luke Forbes knows where the goal is. That is why he's won.
It created a bit of turmoil with the running at the defenders in the middle once again. Thomson with Marcus Forbes on the ground now doing the ruck work. The kick out of the centre clearance goes towards half forward for East Geelong. In front there was Reece Cameron, handball clear, found the teammate in Bowman in real trouble, but the kick goes forward. Closter leads in the race for the footy, allows Murphy to get the footy. Handball backwards, finds Chellis. First call for Chellis today, which is interesting after a great game last time.
Oh, that could be deliberate.
Going for the ball in the forward pocket. Thomson two-fisted over the boundary.
Straight over the boundary line.
So I don't disagree with you as the throw in now. Forward pocket for East Geelong, kicking with the breeze. Up high, the Thomson clearance, they do well through O'Neill towards the boundary, and Forbes, Marcus, takes the mark between wing and halfback flank for Thomson. And Andrew, he looks $1 million, a lot less weight than last year at Inverleigh, and would be an asset. Although the kick is not too brilliant, I think he's passed it to us in the broad.
This wind?
I wasn't going to give him a wrapper. I was going to join you in wrapping him up, but I'm not now.
So East Geelong, this time through Fox, the left foot kick. I would have thought maybe centering it might have been a bit more.
Pace through the middle, Eric.
It could be, Grubby, because Thomson doing very well at the moment. The tap down comes down. East Geelong at ground level have done well. Numbers are supporting them, but, well, that's throwing the ball, I would have thought, with one hand, but no. The ball is cleared for Thomson. Marcus Forbes, can he get the footy? He can't. He tries to kick along the ground. There's an overrun there for the Thomson side through Tozer, but now the kick goes towards half forward. Oh, good position. Bowles for Thomson has taken the mark. Umpire calls him to play on, and it was interesting. A great kick and finds Forbes, centre wing. He plays on quickly towards half forward. Oh, great positioning there for Thomson. Mark not taken. Coy for East Geelong. Gets the ball across to Lachlan, and now Lachlan towards centre wing. A man on his own. John Mitchell for Thomson. Drops the mark he should have taken. Recovers to get a handball away. Now towards half forward. Up high for East Geelong was Lachlan again, but they're working hard. Handball long. It's gone to Mawson. He's tackled. Gee, the intensity, Grubby, is enormous out there.
Yeah, it is too.
Good running, though, from Challis. He gets the ball off Newen. He's got to get around two, though, Challis. Bumped off play. Thomson take the ball now through Brett McLeod. McLeod will drive the ball forward. He is looking for White there. White has the ball. He's going to go inbound centre back to McLeod as they're trying to set something up. They come out wide now to O'Neill. O'Neill back to White. White goes long, looking for the one-out lead. And a great mark on the chest, easy as you like, from Luke.
Go back and have a kick, son.
Taking the 2 steps off 30 metres from Mark. The ball is smothered, comes to Gardner. He shoves it out. Brett McLeod, the Tim Gardner again, one of those quick handballs from him. Comes off hands to Thomson now. Goes over the top looking for a lead. And that came into the hands of Jared Nan, who has kicked offline. Jared Nan, and that will be a minor score to the Thomson.
I can appreciate what you're saying, Andrew. That might have been pricey about the fact that Thomson, if there's a gap, they'll go for it with a handball or a kick. Their skills are extraordinary.
Robertson it's back in the hands of Thomson. Short chip kick right into the deep pocket there, into the hands of Brent McLeod.
You had trouble with that last week, didn't you?
I did have trouble with that last week. Easy, I'll go easy peasy.
No, that's out.
Off hands to Thomson. That is a great kick off hands. Oh, it's just, the wind has just taken that from Tom Mackay. Or Mackay. We're going to be Mackay or a Mackay, Eric. We probably should agree on that.
Whatever you
I'm going Mackay.
Mackay will do.
So that is another minor score to Thomson. They'll go to 2 goals through to 2-2.
Great start for Thomson against the Breeze. 16, nearly 17 minutes gone, and they have the wind against them and in front at this stage. The ball has got back between wing and half forward for them. Now they bring it back as quickly as it's gone out towards centre half forward. Defensive mark there for East Geelong. That looked like Dale in the defensive area. Short chip goes out to Coy, across to Closter by hand. Hands again, and East Geelong there running the ball out of defence with handball, where with the Breeze the way it is, I reckon a long kick to get it into that forward area. They've got wide open spaces there. Murphy on his own, and they can't get the ball down there as East now go wide again to the right out to the boundary. Now back to the corridor, and keeping's off, Grubby. Not much good if you're not going forward to score.
Not with the wind. You've got to get it down into your forward line.
So that's where it's gone. That's a free kick, if not a mark, to Thomson, surely. Man in front was infringed. It was Voss. A good effort at marking and put the body in front. Handball to White, and away they go.
Oh,
that's not such
shocker.
a good kick. And Robertson for East Geelong. And there's a few skill areas
Another
here.
shocker.
Now that's an interesting one.
That
because
could be 50.
There is no doubt.
Or as a fight.
There's no doubt that the player attempted.
He's reversed the decision against Brent McLeod.
Well, I reckon that's wrong, because Brent McLeod had nothing to do with even the second incident. He was defending his teammate. Poor decision by the umpire.
Not so sure. I did see a cut lunch in there somewhere.
Mark
Well,
Murphy.
the important thing is the kick from East Geelong has landed inside forward 50. True centre half forward in the arms of Lucas Murphy, and he definitely, Andrew, will kick the distance. Man on the mark, 45 metres from goal, directly in front. And I guess East Geelong certainly need a goal here. 19 minutes gone. They need a goal to put them in front with what I reckon is a 4 or 5 goal win. That's a lovely kick off the boot of Murphy. Umpire doesn't move, and Murphy's got his...
Of the ground. East Geelong with a much needed goal. Both big men fly again. No one really contests the ball. Ball comes off hands. Brett McLeod gets underneath that. Then has to get up and do his own roving and his own fetching. He's doing a great job in there. Comes to Marcus Forbes. Marcus Forbes gets a scrubby kick forward. Comes out to Closter. He goes backwards. Finds Brad Coy. Brad Coy goes back out wide, looking for Robertson on the wing. He's got about 4 or 5 metres to his advantage. He handballs off now. Ball comes into East Geelong looking for Bowman. Bowman flies, can't take the mark. Crunch to the ground in the ensuing tackle. And the ball will probably run out, or is it going to be held up? It's going to be held up right in front of the netball courts in the pocket. Umpire says no. You had every opportunity to get rid of it
That is
from the Thomson bloke, and I do not tend to agree. As you can hear, Eric doesn't either.
Strike me.
A chip kick comes off hands, and it was a bad kick. Comes in, and they failed to get to Cameron. Ball comes off hands to Thomson. Thomson feeding the ball back in through Watson. Watson picks up the ball, comes to McLeod. He gets off the ground, but East Geelong will intercept. They go backwards once again, but into congestion and trouble. Scrabbly kick forward, but a long kick with the wind. It's gone over the back. It's going to be a race to the ball, but Thomson going to lead that race. Comes to the back now. It'll be Voss who will clear the ball across face of goals into the near pocket for Thomson. Thomson now, centre the ball. It's a horrible kick again. Gee, there's some shock and skill errors out there. Ball comes off hands. O'Toole can't get it for East Geelong. Comes off hands again now to Morgan Cleary. Cleary will bring the ball forward in the hands of Andrew Tozer. He'll handball over the top. They're still really going with trying to keep the ball moving here, Thomson. Comes to White. Back to Tozer. Tozer will pick up the ball. Goes round one. Verbers challenges him, gets a tackle on, keeps that kick. Mitchell picks up. He's under pressure in traffic. Small one given out there from Brad Coy, and it was picked up.
Took the umpire a while to blow the whistle, didn't it?
Brian Coy, be careful. You don't give away a free. And that free will go to Tom Mackay.
There is some feeling in this game. Don't you worry about that.
So Mackay kicks forward and he finds Jackson McLeod on a short lead.
It's good hands.
He's about 80 yards around from goal, long way out. He's going to need for a lead, or he's going to go back short.
Yards.
I went to a proper school, Grubby. Goes forward towards the cricket nets, but the wind will take...
Handball. Now the long kick to the middle of the ground for East Geelong. Mark drop, perhaps should have held it for East Geelong there by Bowman. And they're really struggling to get the ball forward, East Geelong, as Closter picks it up. Handball to Ricky O'Toole. Went for the 1-2, but the handball was to ground, the second one, and now it's turned over. As the ball comes to Mackay for Thomson. A little chip kick by Hodgson. The ball comes back to Hodgson with a huge defensive punch for East Geelong. Handball, gee, they're not afraid to use the handball both sides here. As Thomson now coming through is O'Neill. Now the long kick to full forward. Caught behind there was Jackson McLeod and infringed in the marking contest as it now goes to Voss, the free kick. And I thought Grubby, probably a free kick, came from behind.
Oh, absolutely, no doubt in the world. The definite free kick, good umpiring.
So the ball now towards centre wing. Ricky O'Toole, good body use. Too strong for White on that occasion. Oh, the field umpire. Well, I never. He's given a free kick for in the back, and that's probably justice because White's turned the ball over, kicked it straight back to Lachlan. And what about that? Great.
Absolute poetic justice. That was a howler, but we all make mistakes. Well, most of you do anyway.
There with the ball at centre half forward for East Geelong. Stacks on the mill. It comes out for Thomson. Oh,
there's a free.
Grab,
play on.
Nearly strangled the Thomson player in O'Donoghue, but Thomson now go towards half forward in front. McLeod. Oh, lovely little give by hand. He gets it across to Douglas. Douglas now to half forward, but numbers with East Geelong back there as they now get the ball back to the middle of the ground. Good mark, Chalice. And now looking to handball off. They're running for him, but Thomson have manned up pretty well. As Chalice now goes the long kick inside forward 50. In fact, it's a good kick with the breeze. It's landed in the field of play and bounced back over the boundary line. 24 minutes gone, first quarter. East 3-1. Thomson 2-3.
There's just so much pressure on the game. You wonder, is it genuine skill errors at sometimes, or is it actual fact the pressure of the game? Ball comes in, comes off hands. Mawson for East Geelong. He gets the ball clear, but it comes to Forbes. Forbes kicks the ball long, looking for Mitchell. Mitchell, strong mark. Strong mark in the wing position right in front of the commentary box here.
Could nearly have got 50 too. He did punch it away after he'd marked it.
So John Mitchell looking for options up forward. He can't see any.
There's a
50 now.
And the umpire...
Well, the umpire put his hands out like he said, I don't know. So unless the other...
50 metres to Mitchell. He's right on the 50-metre arc. He's seeing a lead from Jackson McLeod. McLeod, a strong lead, marks right in front of the cricket nets in a very difficult place to score. Wasn't Jackson, it was Brett McLeod.
They're alike, aren't they?
They're very alike. As I said, the carrot hair or the slightly red hair. So McLeod, a flat punt. No one was home. It's almost gone through for the goals. Comes off hands.
Great defence.
Comes off hands from Tozer, but they get smothered. The ball comes through in the way. I think it might have been Lachlan there. Can't be picked up by East Geelong. They're under a ton of pressure here.
Put it through.
Ryan Coy picks up the ball. He's going to go out to the pocket. Too good for one East Geelong player, but Robertson will mop up. He'll go far around the ground now. And that ball will go and be taken out by Russell Grigg, but down the ground. Wasn't seeing that grub. What was happening there?
Oh, he just pushed him straight over after he kicked it, and that's the discipline that will cost you against this wind.
So Mawson, no, Bowman now has been given the ball. So Bowman on the centre wing position, on the outer side from our commentary position. He'll drive the ball long right in front of the social rooms looking for Murphy. Comes off his chest, bounces off his chest and goes out of bounds right in the pocket. I reckon there's a bit of a problem with Murphy being...
Played in the second quarter against it.
So ball comes off hands as the ball gets thrown back in. Comes to Thomson. Relieved through Douglas, back to Douglas, but East Geelong intercept. A scrubby kick forward again. Gee, the kicking's poor, but O'Toole leads in the race for the ball. He's got a foot race on now, and he's not up to foot races at his age, Ricky. And the ball will luckily go out of bounds. Just
Kid that chalice,
alternating Ricky O'Toole into the forward line.
Yeah, I don't. He can't stay on the ball for too long.
So ball comes off hands. Grigg gets the tap down, but picked up by Becker Newen, I think it was. His kick will go forward and will be intercepted by the Thomson player in the deep back pocket. Again, being shut down by the East Geelong players, looking for options. He finds one in the form of Menzies. Menzies now. He's on the 50-metre arc defensive side for Thomson. He's going to come up right in front of the commentary position. 2 out here, Lucas Forbes, but he is out-muscled by Mawson.
Must have been touched.
Because it was a clean mark. Forbes picks up the ball. He gives off to Douglas. Douglas a chip kick in, looking for Tim Gardner, and Gardner will mark at the true centre-half forward position. He kicks in long now, looking for White, and White will mark the ball. No, he won't.
He had it taken off him. That's a mark.
Taken off him.
Hey?
Man in front, you would have thought, but Ryan Coy's come away with the ball.
He took it out of his hands.
He did indeed. Coy takes the ball across ground. Dangerous, but there's 2 East Geelong players there. Robertson will pick the ball up. Gardner meets him, and he meets him with his legs, and that will be a genuine free with the ball.
Almost 28 minutes gone in the first quarter. Thomson 2-3, East 3-1. In fact, it is quarter time because the siren has sounded. 28-minute quarter, but at quarter time, the home side East Geelong 3-1-19. Lead Thomson 2-3-15. Grigg will certainly start in the ruck for Thomson. Getting very difficult to see with our cover coming down over our face. A little bit of skiffy rain as well, so conditions not that brilliant as we about to kick the second quarter off. So there goes the siren. The game is underway in the second quarter. Quarter time scores for you shortly, but the ball goes up in the air to start the second quarter. Neither ruckman went for the footy, and Bowman took it out of the pack. Handball quickly to get rid of it, and did so. Now it's Stacks on the mill, and the ball just forward of the centre. Andrew, quarter time scores other games?
So quarter time scores: Belpost Hill 1 goal 1, Inverleigh 3 goals 2, Corio 3 goals 2, Belmont Lions 5-4. Werribee Central 6-3, Geelong West 3-4. Anarchy 5 goals 1, North Geelong 1 goal 4. Bannockburn 7-3, Winchelsea 1-1.
So from the centre, Thomson I think have shown their intentions with one long kick from the centre, and the ball is inside forward 50 where we have a scrimmage, and the umpire has called for the ball, and we'll now put it in the air. 45 metres from the Thomson goal, kicking with the breeze in this second quarter to the eastern end as the Thomson, at least East Geelong, well, there's a terrible kick. Ricky O'Toole.
Blokes, because former chairman of the tribunal, Les McCann, is in attendance today. Does you understand that, Les?
So the ball now kicked in by Tom O'Neill for Thomson. Oh, big fly there for Thomson. In the full forward position was Marcus Forbes. Unfortunately, couldn't come down with the footy, and East Geelong away again towards centre wing, towards our broadcast position. Great mark
grab
in the middle of the pack there
the
by
littlest bloke
Newen,
there.
the third of the 3 players, and as Grubby said, the shortest by at least 6 inches. Now he tries to play on quickly with a handball to O'Toole. That's a better kick towards position. Mark not taken by Bowman, and it was pretty close to out of bounds.
Good play though.
Through Chalice. Goes towards, now there's a whistle.
Down the ground.
Dropped him after he got rid of the ball.
See, that's a bit of discipline again at Thomson. They want to be a bit careful about that.
So at the full forward position with East Geelong, because at the moment Ben Bolton is not that far from goal. His kick has gone right across the face of goal. In fact, out of bounds in the full. So golden opportunity for East Geelong to score into the breeze here, and that's been lost as O'Neill Sam will now bring the ball back for the Thomson side. Gee, there's a brave kick gone to the advantage wing, but picked up Ververs. Handball back to a teammate in Jesse Mawson. Chip pass from Mawson. Unfortunately, doesn't do too well as Thomson now. They're mucking around with handball, but they have got the ball to towards half-back flank. Not by any long kick at all. It's all short football. Now we've got Stacks on the mill. So at 3.5 minutes into the second quarter. There is no change to the quarter time score. Thomson 2-3, trail East 3-1.
Right on the forward flank position at the East Geelong end of the ground. Comes off hands. O'Toole can't get it. Chalice bursts through though. He makes way. Goes, brings the ball back out to Cameron.
Oh,
goes
turn
back
it up.
inside. Umpire says, we'll turn that over. We'll give a free kick. Grubby wasn't particularly happy, as you gathered. Via McLeod. Brett McLeod brings the ball long down. Leading in the race for the ball, though, is Nolan. He kicks it, handballs to advantage to Lachlan. But Thomson, again, in terms of McLeod, he'll pick the ball up. It's scrabbly football at the moment. Lachlan gets the ball. Handball comes off, comes to Coy. Coy comes in looking for O'Toole. O'Toole gives a handball over to Closter. Closter goes forward now, back up to the half-forward flank position.
Careful.
And a mark will be taken by Bowman right on the boundary line, half-forward line for East Geelong. Looking for options. Murphy's gone and turns around and goes back again. Can he get into the contest again? Murphy! Great mark. He led, he missed. The lead was ignored. He's turned around. His play's on now. He runs around.
It's going to come back.
Come back. Is it going to come back enough? Gee, set shot again. So a point to East Geelong, so they will go to 3.
Besides, why don't they go back and just have a set shot at it?
Well, I think I've just got to go and take a sedative. I've never seen Ricky O'Toole handball in the game of football in my life, but he has today. As the kick-in comes from Thomson, it's almost in the centre of the ground, but East Geelong have taken the mark and now chipped it to Ricky O'Toole, the man I'm speaking of. He's gone to half forward, and mark not taken for East Geelong, but I tell you what, they're attacking with some ferocity here. As this time...
Oh, he's left him on his own.
A little chip into the full forward position in the goal square on his own. So umpire with the ball. Up in the air it goes. Grigg gets the tap down on this occasion. It has to follow up at ground level. Picked up by Mitchell. He goes towards half forward. East Geelong attack the footy. Can't take it. Forbes gets a handball. Intercepted for East, and they're doing well in defence as Robertson goes across the ground. Great mark there. And East Geelong controlling things at the moment. They go back into the corridor. That's dangerous. A mark taken by Jesse Mawson. He's just outside defensive 50, more towards centre half back. Where's he going to go? Defensively to the defensive side. There's the lead. Come here by Closter. So Closter, and I agree with this Grubby, playing this sort of football into the bruise. Short kicks, keep possession. They've gone wide again, and still the mark is with them. Now back into Coy. And that's Ryan Coy, but they've gone round in circles, taken them a minute. It's now 7 minutes gone, and East 4-2, lead Thomson 2-3.
Hard to pick up out there. It was Robertson out there a couple of times.
Comes forward looking for Chalice now. He's on the half-back flank position in front of the social rooms. He'll chip wider again, right out to the hard boundary line to Ryan Coy. Coy now looking for someone to give him opportunities. Thomson are really shutting down any forward movement they've got. Coy goes long, right up to the centre wing position now. Big fly from Grigg, off hands. Umpire says that will be a free. He's got a hard knock, taking the wind out of him, the big fella. Gets to his feet though, and he took a strong mark on the wing position for Thomson. So he needs to drive the ball long now, and does. Huge kick now right down to the 50-metre arc, looking for Marcus Forbes. Ball comes off hands to the boundary line. I think that's Robertson picking up the ball. Comes off hands to McLeod. McLeod over the top to his brother in Brett, and he will kick a behind. Gee, I thought that one was going through.
Grubby?
Yeah, it looks like he's going to play on though. What's going on here? Oh, he dropped the footy.
Well, the umpire blew the whistle, I think.
What for?
Blow it if I know. But the ball now, it's just gone outside defensive 54 East Geelong, and actually big fella Bowman was very forward. Bolton was lucky he didn't give a free kick away there. The ball had gone, and he interfered with the Thomson player, but the ball has found its way to centre half forward for East Geelong, and they're running, and this is going to be Chalice running into the goal square unattended again. And for the second time...
Grigg v Bolton into the centre bounce. Bolton gets the tap to East's advantage. Ball goes to ground, comes off hand. Picked up by Lucas Forbes. Ball comes out to Douglas. Douglas goes forward for Thomson. Ignores a lead from Gardner. Sees a lead, though, from Brett McLeod, and he'll take a strong chest mark. About 35 metres out on about a 45-degree angle.
I think,
well within kicking distance.
If everything was according to Hoyle, our best and fairest Mr. Chalice could be in quite severe problem.
Yeah?
Just see the man in the middle of the ground.
Oh, okay.
Long way behind the play.
Herbert, did you get that upstairs? That'll be the question. Brett McLeod comes in now, 35 out, 45-degree angle. I think that's a great kick. It is indeed a good kick, and Thomson will get that goal. They will go.
When you see a fellow wringing his hand, you have a fair indication that something's happened. From the middle, Greg, a second effort, gets the ball down. Good effort there by Bowles. Attack the footy, but there's a whistle on play. The free kick has gone, well, he's paid advantage eventually, the umpire, to East Geelong. And the mark taken by Chalice. Little Chip looking for and finding Murphy. And I'm going to suggest he's maybe too far out with the bruise the way it is. And he might try and run on as he did before. But the umpire has stopped the game and is setting him for the shot at goal. Will be a very good kick from here, Grubby.
Yeah, it'll be a tough kick from here. I think he is a natural left footer though, isn't he?
But into the teeth of the bruise.
Yeah, nice little pass there. I think it may have been Closter actually, but
it was, yeah.
I'll tell you what.
So Murphy now, a real deliberate approach. He's kicked it out wide. The wind's taken it further away. It is at the full forward position at ground level. Player held without the footy. Umpire suggests that is the case.
Took him high.
It's a Thomson free kick. I'm not too sure who it's going to. There's another player feeling the effects of the weather out there. Well, he's not in too good a way, the East Geelong boy there.
It's Cameron, I think.
This is Cameron. So Thomson now, the long kick out of defence, straight into the arms of Ryan Coy, middle of the ground for East Geelong, and Thomson didn't have any numbers back there at all. The kick carried much further than they thought. Coy into the teeth of the bruise towards half. Murphy attacks the footy from the side of the pack, but it's picked up for East Geelong back into the corridor, and there's Fancy leaving Kyle Robertson on his own. Little chip pass hasn't gone, well, I was going to say hasn't gone 10 metres. The umpire's adjudged that it has. I wouldn't be buying land off him.
No, he just, but I tell you what, again, nice little chip kick from Closter out of the congestion. He's starting to play pretty good footy.
And so is this fella, Andrew Chalice, has the football. He's having another shot at goal. The wind's got that. It's going to drop.
Oh, there's a free kick here.
Play. Where's it going?
Thomson.
Umpire certainly pointing the Thomson way. It looks like Bowles back there as he's chipped it out to the wing. And there's Douglas has taken the mark for Thomson, half-back flank. Chips it inboard. He does control it. Again, they keep control. Looks like Mackay back there, and he's a long way from half forward. He goes out wide. Thomson got no numbers up forward. Timmy Gardner's got 4 to beat, and he won't do a bad job of that either. Just quietly does well.
He nearly did then. He has, actually.
So does a remarkable job. McLeod attacks the footy for magnificent
well
play as he goes goal. That is a magnificent goal, Brent McLeod.
And who's that's gone in the middle to contest with him? It's Dahl. Grigg gets the ball, comes off hands to Brett McLeod. He bustles the way through and gets a handball away. Chalice, I think, went in underneath there, but that was Newen. Newen gets taken high, though. No free kick. Comes forward in the hands now of Chalice. He kicks the ball forward to advantage, looking for Murphy. He throws his player aside. There's probably a free in that too. Ball comes off hands to Mawson. He goes over the top to Ricky O'Toole, and he won't handball now. He will kick a goal. He will go through and kick a goal to...
Play against either of these two sides.
So Thomson really need to take advantage of Grigg, who's probably just giving a nudge out in the
someone's running the square.
Bowman has...
Sin.
Grigg drives the ball long, looking for Forbes, does he? Yes, he does. Lucas Forbes can't take the mark. Lachlan, though, gets the ball for East Geelong. He comes to Ververs, who's in a bit of trouble. He's got to match 3. He's got to fight 3, and the Thomson boys bustle him off. Comes out to Brett McLeod. He will probably get a free kick as a player falls over his back in Chalice. East Geelong now grab the ball and hold it up. You're going to have to blow your whistle,
That's poor umpiring.
McLeod really made the running for the ball, didn't he, then Grubb, and just didn't get the rewards.
Oh, no doubt it was a free kick to McLeod. It was probably inside in the pack, and the umpire was out the dark side of the pack. So look, maybe he didn't see it. We've got a good view here, though.
The dark side of the pack. That's a ripper. Greg. So Bolton gets the ball down for Thomson. Comes off hand. Strong tackle from Ververs. Brings the player to ground in Menzies.
No, good umpiring.
Players are asking for ball. Tim Gardner gets up and says to a young bloke, "Be very careful, my son. I've been around a long time."
And the young bloke was careful, he used his brains, didn't he?
Took a couple of steps back very quickly.
Yeah. I reckon I'd be taking a couple back too.
So Bowles gets the ball down, comes off hands to John Mitchell. Mitchell kicks the ball high into the teeth of the goal Can't get advantage to a Thomson player. Comes to Mackay. He goes out wide, finds Lucas Forbes, who snaps for goal.
Oh, gee.
By gee, he knows where they are, Lucas Forbes, and that is another.
Only a matter of points in the game. 4 points the lead for East Geelong, and the umpire puts the ball in the air. We're underway again. Greg gets a tap down. As Andrew said before, he's dominating the centre hit-outs at the moment. Ball picked up by White. He goes to full forward, handball across to Mackay.
He's got it.
And they've hit the front, Thomson, as Mackay accepted the handball.
I think.
Up they go again. Even knocker, even contest. Ball comes down to McLeod. He belts the ball onto his boot and a huge torp to Forbes. Forbes can't get it. Mackay, though, roving off the pack. Can he do it again? No, he can't. Little chip kick. Dragged down just as he was about to kick the ball. And the umpire says... What did he say? Did he say it in the full? He did.
Yeah, the bloke who did the tagging's gone down. He fell rather awkwardly, I think. Could be Ryan Coy.
So ball comes out looking for O'Toole, and O'Toole will take the mark. Half-back flank for the East Geelong side.
He's a bloke down, Trout.
Yeah, he's been there for a while. I'm watching.
He hasn't got up yet, I don't think, Ryan.
He's struggling.
Yeah. Ball comes out now. The wind's going to take that, and that will go out on the full right in front of the scoreboard here at Richmond Crescent. And the ball will go to Jack O'Donoghue. O'Donoghue now gets a short chip kick round to the 50-metre line, right, hugging the boundary line to Menzies. Menzies will centre the ball now. Oh, it's a shocking kick into the centre. But Forbes bursts out. Can't keep his feet. Gets knocked off his feet. Comes to Mawson. Mawson, big, strong tackle on Mawson. Umpire says didn't get an opportunity, and I will have a free kick. There's a bit of feeling out there, isn't there?
The tackles are tough and hard. But I tell you what, good umpire. He never had any prior opportunity, so that's a good umpire.
Ball goes up. Bolton gets the ball to ground. Comes off hands. Was that Gardner? No, it wasn't picking up the ball there. It looked like Timmy Gardner. Ball comes out now to the pocket. Goes over towards the social rooms in front of the East Geelong faithful, and it will be a ball up again.
That Nan, he looks a lot like Timmy Gardner, doesn't he?
Got the same body shape, hasn't he? He threw him, and I was looking down at my list to try and work out who it was.
He got the Eric Nichols haircut.
Very much.
Ball goes up again. One out there by Bowles. Comes around the forward, the pocket, but Ricky O'Toole intercepts. Oh no, just there seems to be a whistle and no
it's
whistle.
gone out of bounds.
Good to go out of bounds.
Yeah, he tried to stooge the boundary umpire, but the young fella was too smart for Rick that time.
That's the way. Ball comes back in. Bolton, no one can take the tap out there. Goes to ground. Ball comes off hands. I think that's Mawson underneath the pack. He gets a scrubby kick out to Bolton, looking for Coy, who's back on his feet. It's wrapped up in tough tackles once again on this half-back line now for East Geelong. They can't get the ball clear. Thomson will be happy with the outcome, that it's still in their forward 50.
Going to say, if the umpire's...
Yeah, the East Geelong player was pushed to the ground.
No, the East Geelong player should have been reported first.
Early.
He went in knees and everything, and a Thomson player remonstrated, and the umpire picked the Thomson bloke.
Well, the retaliator always gets caught.
You're dead right, Grubby, and that's what happened on that occasion. You're right.
It's our old friend Jesse Mawson. He was a bit willing against Belmont Lions too, wasn't he?
Well, I tell you what, he was willing against Belmont Lions, but as soon as Timmy Gardner had a sideways look at him, he took about 4 steps back, so he's smart as well.
So 23 minutes gone in the quarter from the throw-in. Either side getting advantage until a kick out of the pack for East Geelong goes towards centre wing. Lucas Murphy takes it over the boundary line, and it's one of the... I think it might be one of the Coys is still not too comfortable. He's off the ground. Yeah. But he's sitting beside the box out there. The throw in again comes back at the pack. Ricky O'Toole picks up the crumb, kicks it low into the
That's
bruise.
fantastic,
and,
that is.
This time finds Murphy. Murphy's inside forward 50.
Take your time.
But he's the man on the mark's about 40 metres out. Would take a very good kick into the bruise, but not beyond the capabilities from that angle for Lucas Murphy. Almost directly in front.
But not only does it do that, the time comes off the clock when you're against the wind.
It's true, as that's a lovely kick off the...
Oh, that's
Look at that.
Magnificent.
I told you he should have listened to me.
Grubby, you make a good towards half-time now.
Not again. This time someone from Thomson's run in.
1-1, I says.
Nobody seems to know where it was.
Well, the boundary umpire's running that way.
But, I mean, nobody seems to know who the player was that infringed. All the players are standing there looking in amazement. The end result is that East Geelong through, it looks like Bolton to me, has the free kick. There's a chip pass, player loose at half forward, and that's Bowman. Now, Bowman, around on the left foot, goes long to inside the forward 50. Oh, backing back.
That's
and
a
taking
great mark.
Umpire didn't pay
I
it.
don't think he did.
Oh,
Mark
great
to Sean
mark
O'Neill,
there.
though.
So Thomson now, they retain possession. And, well, he didn't mark that one as the ball comes to ground. Now Thomson have a job to do. Play a tackle without the footy. Play on, said the umpire. And one-on-one, Easter really matching them at the moment. It's fierce.
Jeez, it's tough in there.
Oh, and I don't know, the ball on true centre wing. 25 minutes, nearly 26 minutes gone. 6-4, plays 7-2, East in front.
So ball comes to ground, comes off hands now. Thomson trying to get the ball forward. O'Toole in there. Ball comes over the top. Umpire's going to have to blow his whistle because there's about 22 blokes laying on top of the footy. Oh, goodness me!
What?
Goodness me! He's picked a holding the ball out of all of that.
And the ball wasn't under them.
And Griggs going to take it. I think Griggs going to kick the ball long, looking to space. Forbes leading strongly. Takes a strong mark on his chest. Right on the centre forward position. Too long even for his prodigious kick. But he does kick now long, goes right into the teeth of goal. McLeod over the backs, read that well. Oh, he possibly, if he didn't mark.
Nearly, you got it.
6-5-41. Thomson will go to 7 goals to East Geelong on the Buckley's Entertainment Centre scoreboard. As the ball comes back into play, they go long to the boundary out to the social club side of the ground, and Mawson will take the ball. Jesse Mawson. He points and says, get back a little bit. Looking for opportunities. He's going to go up this far wing again. Good kick. Kicks to a big contest. Thomson have the numbers of the ball, but it comes to ground. Picked up off hands in there is his brother, cousin. We haven't established if the Mawsons are brothers, but it's
Pretty sure they're brothers.
His brother in Jake. He gets the ball. He comes straight across the ground looking for Robertson, who's wrong-footed. He's got the pace, though, leads in the race for the ball. Ahead of Brett McLeod. Gives him a little one as he goes on.
Down the ground.
Can't do that one, Jackson, I'm afraid.
Again, nothing in it, but very, very unnecessary.
The ball had gone, and he just made him keep his honesty. So Vervis has the ball. It was paid downfield. Kicks in forward, looking for Closter. Closter has the ball now. True centre-half forward position. He handballs. Handballs across to Jesse Mawson. He goes wide again, so they must think this outer side's attacking because they've brought the ball directly across the ground. So East Geelong with the ball. Outside 50, a long kick, looking for Murphy. Big pack of players fly. Comes over the back, and Morgan Cleary brings that ball to ground for Thomson. Big pack of players form once again. They really need to keep it in there. Comes off hands. Voss tries to get a kick away. Again, players fall on the ball, and the umpire says, I shall have that, and I shall ball it up. It's directly in front of goals, probably about 30 metres out. The ball up will happen. If East Geelong can get one here, they'll be well placed at half-time. Bolton gets the free kick, comes off hands though to Thomson. Leading in the race to the ball is Forbes. He gets a little chip kick away, I think, to O'Neill. O'Neill goes wide out again to the outer side of the ground from the commentary position. Picked up off hands by White. He goes round one, round two, shrugs a tackle. Comes back inboard. Lead is led there from Lucas Forbes,
Good
but a
boy.
well tackled by Vervis against the bigger Forbes. Comes off hands. Vervis again picks up the ball. Oh, that was a great bit of play by Vervis. Second effort. Comes again off the back. John Mitchell gets the ball. Off hands. White thought he deserved something, but he gets nothing. Comes in forward looking for Lucas Forbes. Oh, good mark, Thomson. Just out positioned the East Geelong player. Read that contest probably a little bit better. And they're going to have a shot for goal, which will give them the lead, a 3-point lead, very close to the half-time break. Gee, Vervis did well then, didn't he, Grubby?
He did. For a little fella, he's got a lot of guts.
So, Lucas Forbes coming in to kick his second and give Thomson the lead here right on the half-time siren. Kicks the ball, kicks through it, kicks truly, and that is a goal to Lucas Forbes and the Thomson side, who will go to 7 goals, 5, leading Thomson by 3 solitary points. 7 goals to Buckley's Entertainment.
That must be very close to half-time as Forbes does the ruck work for Thomson. Handball comes to Lucas Forbes. Dodges, weaves. Now the kick to full forward looking for Brent McLeod. Lachlan is playing the key defensive roles on both the good players.
Well
Brent
done.
McLeod, great
Probably been
agility.
caught.
But the ball comes out towards half forward, all East Geelong at centre half back and taking the mark. They come away quickly now. The chip over the top. picked up by Robertson, can't handle a footy, lost it, picked up by Menzies, now back to the full forward position, standing alone there was Jesse Mawson, has taken the mark, goes out wide, finds it looks like Brad Coy to me, deep in the back pocket, not going to go across goal surely.
He's got a lot of options.
Ooh. Well, this is a dangerous ploy. He's now going
He's
across
going to go through
goals.
the points in a minute.
He's going to have to because they're one-on-one everywhere. Thomson...
Just go back. He's done that. You knew he was going to do it right from the start. And I can't believe this. This is the first time I've been to East Geelong where when they've got the wind, it's a shorter quarter than when the opposition. What's KO doing?
Yeah, the kick-ins come for Thomson. 7-6 plays 7-2. The kick-in's been marked by Greg 35 metres out. A poor kick-in and the opportunity to extend the lead close to half-time for Thomson. So, Grubby, it's just an ordinary last 2 or 3 minutes in the half for them.
I think they're tired. I really think they're tired.
Greg, lovely looking kick off the boot. I'm afraid he's pulled it to the left, so only a behind when a goal would have been most important. 7-7-49 Thomson. 7-2-44 East Geelong. Buckley's Entertainment second quarter scoreboard. We've been going 32 minutes. I wonder if the timekeepers...
Well, that's what I said. KO's definitely not in there because this quarter's shorter than when they had the win. And KO never allows that to happen.
East Geelong bring the ball back in.
Another
A poor
mistake.
kick. He was looking for Chalice. Mitchell's intercepted that. Finds Lucas Forbes. He comes back to Mitchell. Mitchell comes back out wide looking for O'Neill. O'Neill chips in. And Jackson McLeod. Boy, Jingos are alike. Jackson McLeod will take the ball. He will kick from 50. Mark's about 45, but he will kick from 50 with this breeze. And Jackson McLeod's boot.
The siren.
No problem.
He'll kick this, McLeod.
So the siren goes. So for a 10-point lead into this quarter. McLeod comes in now. As I say, he will kick from 50. Kick on its way. Gives it a little bit of leverage for the wind. Has he got it? Yes, indeed he has.
I told you he got it before he kicked it.
Great goal. So